Hi everyone, Tammy here again for our sixth session in the series of the Radiance Wellbeing journey. And today we are talking about the theme of radiating love and light and joy. And so just to recap, the idea was that we would create like a journey. So we started with grounding, we brought the energy down, stability, nourishment from the earth, connection to the earth, and then we moved to a nourishing sequence, heart opening, energizing, allowing, and today we're radiating. So you'll notice that we've been doing building blocks, and there'll be repetitive exercises and practices and some new ones, some repetitive breath work and some new ones. And today we're going to bring it all together to have a beautiful finale to this series. And so my understanding of radiating, it's actually the name of my business is Radiance Wellbeing, and I say the journey is that Radiance Wellbeing journey. My idea is that we all have this incredibly beautiful, unique light inside ourselves. And we know it as children. We are carefree and we shine our light. And then as we get older, something happens and we start to dim that light. And we could lose that light, actually, what makes us unique, our special gifts, what we have to offer to the world. And so I feel like when we come back into the awareness of our body as this incredibly sophisticated, complicated, beautiful set of organs and muscles and blood vessels and all of that under the skin, we connect to the body, we connect to our breath, our heartbeat, we connect into whatever those emotions that are inside us and our thoughts, and maybe even connect to our higher self, then we start to come back to finding that inner light. And when we find the inner light, we allow it to grow and radiate within us, and then it shines around, all around us, and it shines onto those that we love, the people that we meet. And then there's this beautiful mirroring that we actually, by shining our own light, we invite others to show us their light. And so there's this beautiful reflection of love and light and joy and healing. And so that's where the practice is leading us today. I'm getting a little emotional just saying it. I feel it so much into the marrow of my bones, and that's my mission. And so I want to, like, hopefully reawaken the light in you, so that you may shine it around to all of the people that you come in contact with. So let's begin with a beautiful heart opening breath. So we bring, let's do our nice and heavy hips, shoulders up, back and down. Slightly engage the core so we're not dumping into the lower back, and then palm on palm onto the heart. And I really want your elbows to be nice and down. I don't want you to do this, it's really uncomfortable. Allow the elbows to like just cradle around the ribs. And then eyes open, eyes closed as you wish. Just start to feel into the heart space. Feel into the breath beneath the chest. Maybe you can feel the heart beating faintly, maybe not. The rise and fall of the skin on the breastbone, under the hands. And look into that heart space. Feel a glow. See a glow of golden light. And that's the light that you were born with, the light that you shone all around you as a child, and we want to rekindle that flame, that beautiful glowing light. Think back to your happiest childhood memory, carefree, innocent, joyful, and really feel what that felt like in your body, how it made you feel in your emotional body. Was it exuberance? Was it playfulness? We want to rekindle that spirit, that childlike quality. Tap into it, feel it. Keep on breathing. And now, with eyes open or closed, we're going to breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the mouth with that ha sound that we made. And I'll just do it one time. I think we've done it a couple of times, maybe in the heart opening sequence. Breathe in, full breath in. Ha. We want to do it nice and long. And we want to make it so that it's almost like you're singing and there's that resonance that you can feel under your palm, and then you feel it resonate around the heart, the organ of the heart, and the pericardium that's protecting the heart, and around that connective tissue, and it'll really open up that space and create this beautiful spaciousness there. So let's do, I think we'll do about 10, and then we'll take it from there. So breathe in very deeply, smoothly, strongly. Long exhale. Nice deep breath in. And that resonance may go further down to the belly. Let's do 5 more. Three more. Last one for good measure. Now bring your hands down to the knees, keep the eyes shut, come back to a regular breathing pattern. We'll feel into that. You may even feel a slight activation in the back of the heart between the shoulder blades. Just the strength, the power of the energy moving through that breath work is actually activating all around the heart center, the back muscles, the chest, the diaphragm. So there's a physical benefit, and then the connective tissue softens, the blood flows, the heart pumps, the mind settles, the emotions start to become softer, gentler. Very profound. If we bring the attention to our intention of radiating that light from the heart space. Gently open the eyes, shake the hands out. Let's come to standing. And so come as is comfortable. If you need to use a wall or a prop, we push up onto the fingertips, the toes, come up onto the heels, bring the hands onto the thighs, gently rise up, gently raise the back, move any props away. And come to standing. the feet are hip distance apart. And we're going to start with the full body shaking. So I even actually need to shake my legs out after sitting down on the ground. We can just shake them out. We can shake out the legs and come to standing and start to shake. So there's like 5,000 ways to practice qigong, and each movement may have a different name in different traditions or different. It's often a lineage. So I found out, I'm not sure if I told you, when I did my medical qigong course, my teachers in Los Gatos, California, they were taught by a gentleman called Gideon Enns. He was taught by Master Duan, whose great-grandfather was the imperial doctor to the emperor of China, like I don't know when, right? So that's a lineage, and you can see how the lineage can be passed from father to son to grandson, and it seems like it's a male lineage. These days we can learn. And so I call this whole body shaking, but I've heard that it could be called shaking the tree. So it's lovely to have those images from nature. And if you feel like the feet are the roots going into the earth, the torso from the legs upward is like the trunk, and then we have the branches, and then the leaves are like the fingers. So, and sometimes trees have like a little fluffy top, so that's the head. If we feel like we want to bring any imagery, visualization, like a tree shaking, and very apt for autumn because a lot of trees are shaking right now. So we bring the mind into the body, getting rid of that stuck, stagnant energy, releasing, clearing. And again, we can visualize that stuck energy coming out through the palms, down to the earth, down through the soles of the feet, out through the breath, down for the earth to absorb it, awakening the lymphatic system, bringing some suppleness into the connective tissue, just slightly bringing that breath to quicken just a little bit, and that very freeing feeling. And so again, this is that childlike movement that we can start to rekindle that flame, that light, that radiant light that's inside us. And let's finish in 3, 2, and 1, and then gently we'll stand in Wuji. So hands behind, facing the back, palms away from us, fingers down. It's alignment of the spine, a very gentle alignment of the spine, little space. So the space in the armpits is to allow the energy to flow. And we just stand and pause and feel. And so by now we know that we can feel into the body, into the emotional body perhaps, see what thoughts are arising, welcome them, notice them, and bid them farewell, let them float away like a leaf on a stream, and the thoughts will keep on coming. We keep on saying hello, and then we say bye-bye, and let them float down ever so gently. Come back to the breath, come back to the body, back to my voice, back to the music, and feel in. And gently release, and let's shake it. We'll do the spinal twist, and this can also be called knocking on the tree of life. So we know by now, I mean, we go side to side, but we also bring the hands in. So let's just, now that we've done it so many times, the idea is to get that twist in the spine from the tailbone to the neck. And so we're, as I always say, please just keep it, the motion, as far as you are pain-free and comfortable doing it. But we are, again, that tree imagery comes in, knocking on the tree of life. This is like the trunk. We're just awakening that lower energy center as we allow the arms to move with momentum. And there's an option to lift up the heel, if you like. So when we lift the heel, the energy starts to ascend up towards the head. When we keep the heels on the ground, the energy is going towards the ground. And the way you know what to do, first of all, it should feel comfortable. Sometimes when you lift the foot, it's like a little bit of a mini golf swing, right, with the foot. It should be comfortable in the knees. And if you don't want to lift the feet, you just twirl like this. But what I've learned is that if you're anxious and all up in your head and too many thoughts swirling, you want to ground your energy and bring it down and stabilize it. If you're low, if you're heading towards a very low, depressive type of state, you want to raise the energy up towards the sky. And so that's the way you can tell which practice might be better for you at any given moment. And it's not always that way, but generally speaking, and it makes sense. And so just free and easy, and we can close our eyes and breathe through it. Again, a lot of these are a moving meditation and breath work. Allow the energy to clear out down through the soles of the feet, out through the hands, through the breath, even through the pores of the skin, out down into the earth. And we'll finish in 3, in 2, and 1, and then gently come back to Wuji. So feel for that ascending quality that may have been different from the last practice. Just get stable in the feet. And you may feel nothing. You don't always have to feel something. You can just feel space, creating space, clearing space. Again, connecting back to that beautiful shining light at the heart center. Maybe it's a little pilot light, maybe it's glowing. Come back to that light. Soon we'll have that pilot light filling the whole torso, the whole body, and release. So let's now move to one more releasing practice. And I think we did this last week. So this is letting go by stretching up and then allowing the hands to go backwards and forwards like I don't know, like you're just allowing them to come backwards and forwards. So let's breathe in, stretch up, look up, allow the front body to stretch up and release and let the arms go. Breathe out. And we can just do it intuitively, however many handshakes we need to do, and then slowly, slowly rise up. And release. We don't have to bend too far forward. It's whatever is comfortable for you. Protect the back, engage the abs, and then rise up. And release. And let the next one be the last one. Rise up, look up, stretch, and let it all go. Just let the arms shake. Okay, and gently rise up. So we've cleared out of the body, and let's clear through the joints now before we do some of our more powerful moves. So we'll start our hands on hips and just do some shoulder rolls, neck rolls. And again, this I invite you to go as comfortably and gently as you wish. And once you've done about 3 or 4 on one side, we'll swap over and do a similar number on the other side. I'm not a huge person who counts too much, but you'll often feel very intuitively in the body when that nourishment is happening and that clearing is happening, and you feel like, oh, okay, I can stop now. So maybe if you've switched, And you can just make this next circle your last. And gently come to the center. I get a little bit dizzy doing that one. I don't know, I think I have low blood pressure or something. Okay. And it's the energy moving, energy's moving. Okay, let's do one for Mary, the ones with the hands. So we'll do, so this is going to be fingers, hands, wrists, elbows, shoulders. And this is a little complicated, but it's so, so worth it. So we'll start by coming in. So when we bring our hands, let's bring them forward and then create like we're twisting a knob, or like a flamenco dance, say, that we twist all the fingers around, we twist the wrists, and then we bend the elbows towards us, and then we bring the hands close to the chest, bring the shoulder heads forward, and we bend down and we push those hands out and back with the palms up. Keep on breathing through it, and then as it's upside, as the palms are up, we bring a circle around, and when we get to the front, we twist the palms up again and around, and then push them back. So let me show you sideways. So the palms are facing up until we come here, and then we twist them as we come to the front, and we face them up again, come up, bring them up, and then push. As we push back, we bend a little bit, bring them behind us and around, so we're getting all of the elements. So I'll show you from the back. See, the palms are up and the fingers are still twisting, and we're pushing through, pulling forward, and then twisting again. And please go as slow as you feel. And I don't want it to feel like clunky and painful, so bring it to a certain flow that you feel comfortable with. And I think there's no wrong way of doing this. Everybody has a different skeletal composition. And so, you know, sometimes your elbows or your shoulders or whatever don't move into that position. So make it your own. As long as you feel like there's this beautiful flowing movement in the joints, and a bit of breath coming in. As you come up, breathe in, and as you bend down, breathe out, and then come forward, breathe in. And let's make this the last round in this direction. And then we'll meet in the center. And then go the other way. So we're just pushing it out the other way, almost like a breaststroke, but then you want to flip the palms upside down again, and then come around. And bend down, bring them. So this is a really good one because you're getting your fingers, your wrists, your elbows, your shoulders. Everything's all happening at once. It's a little bit similar to that pranic bath that I taught you a few weeks ago, but has a little more spiraling in it. The pranic bath was a little tough to do, I think. And let's do 3 more. So it's a lovely also undulation of the spine, of the body. You kind of wave like with the body. So it gives a feeling of being in the ocean almost, with that kind of breaststroke feeling. And let this be the last one. Rise up, and then let the hands just gently float down and release. It's also nice to flick out the energy like you're flicking water. So this is also a really good practice to just get that energy out. There's one thing that I haven't taught you, which is like basic qigong, is dredging. It's where you take the energy and you flick it out. So let's just dredge a little bit. So your mind is in your body saying that take that and put a pressure down through the top, and then just flick out that stale, stagnant energy. Let's do 2 more. Down into the earth, 1 more. And let's do the other side. So we're getting a nice pressing down, clearing through the meridians, the connective tissue, giving a light lymphatic drainage. You'll be surprised when you do this, how light your arms might feel afterwards. Last one. Or they may feel energized or activated, or maybe the lymph, you can feel the lymph system underneath the skin. Hip circles, wider than hip distance apart, hands on hips. And I was teaching the other day, I had the privilege of teaching a private client in my garden Tuesday morning. And it's almost like any time I described something, she said, that was the word I had in my head. It was so cool. So I said, you know, this is a very luxurious kind of feeling, creamy, velvety. And I said, it's almost like, you know, when you're melting chocolate. She goes, oh my goodness, that's the same thing I thought about. Like that feeling, it's a little bit decadent and very intuitively, beautifully nourishing, because you're getting into your feet, into your ankles, into your knees, into your hips, but the spine is also getting a nice twist. And let's gently reverse it. So I want that feeling. Because when you bring that intention into the body, suddenly this lower energy center starts to come alive. And okay, so now we're awakening the pilot light here in this lower energy center. And that's like a spark of creation, creativity. It's the birthplace for power and strength, and, you know, being like sovereign in your dominion. It all starts here. And so that's what we say in qigong, that this is the birthplace of that fire. So there's a physical dimension, there's kind of like a symbolic dimension that we can go into, and you can go as far as you like in terms of what you bring into your body, the images that you bring. I mean, one of my teachers says, oh, it's like stirring a pot of soup, but I think the chocolate analogy is much more appealing. And we'll finish in 3, 2, and 1. And now we'll do our knees. We always want to take care of the knees. So cupping the hands. Actually, let's do one thing. Heat the palms and just rub around the knees. Rub them. I did this the other day, and it was really actually so helpful to warm up the backs of the knees, the sides, the kneecaps, the inner sides of the knees, the outer sides of the knees. And now if you start circling, you might find you're already halfway there with how smooth it is. So now you can start circling. And you may feel that already there's been an opening in those joints, just in those few seconds of self-massage. So self-massage is always an option. You can always rub your shins, your calves, your thighs, rub your heart, rub your belly. It's all very, very valuable in terms of soothing and bringing some calmness into the nervous system and awakening the muscles and the tendons and the lymph. And let's move in the other direction. Okay. Oh, can you hear oh, that's my ankle. It's cracking. Means I need it. And let's finish in 3, 2, and 1, and gently rise up. Gently, gently, gently. Shake it out. So let's stand in Wuji and see how much space we've created, how much aliveness under the skin, where is the mind, where are the thoughts going, how is the emotional body responding. We connect back to that beautiful light inside the heart, the light inside the lower energy center. Maybe visualize that light glowing, growing, and we release it. So now that we've made space, let's go on to a little bit of strength and movement at the same time. I want to do the martial arts move that we do, our boundary and our punching, and then we'll go on to do a little bit more nourishing and balancing before we go down. So for this, feet are much wider than hips distance. They're pretty wide, like like you're doing like a squat or whatever. And we'll get into our horse stance. So horse stance is the back is in a nice upright position, not leaning forward, not leaning back. And in the horse, let's now go to light horse, which is just coming up a little bit. Feel stable, and then come with index finger and thumb pointing forward. The 3 other fingers are bent just about chest level. Breathe into the chest. See that light glowing in the heart, in the lower energy center. Maybe they join to create this beautiful, shining, luminous, glowing light that's radiating all throughout the torso, and then it will move down through the legs, up through the arms, up through the head. And then let's begin. Breathe in, rise up, and stop hands. Breathe in, rise up, and a sigh out. It's like we're fogging a mirror. Let it come from the base of the belly, that breath. Now we've created that light. Let the light shine around all of us. Let that glow fill you up. Shine it out. So we have the boundary, but the boundary is a glowing boundary. There's a first level of glowing, and then a glowing around outside. Glow that light. Last 2. Last 1. And now let's stay here for a few breaths. And then we'll go into the punch. But this time when we're punching, we're going to feel like we're so strong, and we're punching, but the movement is such that the glow is coming out of the hands. That beautiful inner glow is coming out of the hands and all around us, and creating a bubble of love, light, healing, happiness, joy, whatever. So let's come up and in. We're still going to make the sound, but let's visualize it being this burst of energetic, creative, beautiful light that's coming from within and going all around. So see that light all around you. See the light within. Let it shine all the way around, because we are sovereign. The woman king. Or however you want to see it. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. And now gently bring the hands back for a few breaths. A little bit of discomfort. Hard to hold. That's where the growth happens. If you're feeling tired, please bring your hands down gently. Let's all bring our hands down. And we'll heel toe the feet in. Stand in Wuji. And now feel what you feel. Temperature, texture, motions, thoughts. Can you feel that glowing light inside, and can you feel it all around you like a protective shield of light and love and joy? Feel strong and powerful. And gently open the eyes and release. So we're going to do the breath of joy just to bring up the energy again, and then we'll come back down a little bit and go down to the ground. So breath of joy, feet are hip distance, and I'll remind you again, there's 3 sips of air in through the nose and then 1 out through the mouth, right? And so again, we're trying to picture and visualize joy and lightness and playfulness and all of that in the movements and in the breath, and however you want to picture it, but something very radiant, okay? So we breathe in, and so just to remind you, it's in, and then out. And I prefer if you didn't go too far down, because I don't want the blood pressure to go too far down. So just maybe just breathe it like that instead of going like that. Just so that you stay, the blood pressure stays in a good range. So let's commence with 3 sips in through the nose. So it's right. Let's start. Radiant light. Breathing. Radiating all around. Last 2. Last 1. And now hands on the thighs, and slowly come up, push the feet down, come up vertebra by vertebra, head is hanging, head is the last thing coming up. Gently, gently, gently. And then shake it out and stand in Wuji. And just allow the breath to normalize, take whatever kind of breathing pattern you need, and then feel for that beautiful, energizing breath of joy. Allow that feeling to have a glow to it. It's warm, it's sunny, it's glowing, luminous inside the entire body. And that fills to overflowing, so that from the tips of the toes to the tips of the fingers, the crown of the head, everything in between is shining and radiating, so much so that the light flows out and around. And gently release. So we'll do 2 practices for nourishing, for harmonizing, sorry. We're going to do the centering exercise where we bring the half prayer hand down and balance the left and the right hemisphere of the brain, the left and the right side of the body, yin and yang, masculine, feminine, night, day, sun, moon. So let us, let me see, feet should be, yeah, hip distance is fine. Slight bend in the knees. And then we bring the hands like a cupping, one on top of the other in front of the low energy center. And we're very, very gently bringing the left hand out, up and around. And as we come to shoulder height, we flip it, we look up, and then the hand becomes a half prayer, so that the wrist is cocked, and we bring it down to the center line, past the nose, the breastbone, and then cups back up on top of the other hand, and the other hand, the right hand rises. So physically, the movement is such that we are creating a little flexion with the wrist and bringing it down. And then the visual imagery is bringing up earth energy from the air, from the elements, from the sky, and then bringing it down and centering it into the body, into the mind, to the breath, to the heartbeat. And go at your own pace. This is a moving meditation. Breathe through it. It can be as slow as you like. Allow that light, that inner light to glow. Allow it to be radiant within and without. You can almost visualize the light, the golden glowing light inside you, and then permeating outside the skin, all around. Last one on this side. And then last one on the other side. Just stay here for a few moments. Feel that balance, that harmony. Visualize the glow, the luminosity inside the body and all around. Gently allow the hands to go to the side. We'll pull down heavens and then we'll come down to the meditation. So as we breathe, as we bring our hands to the side of the hips, we breathe in, allow the hands to rise with a little bit of tension. Flip up, look up, draw that heavenly energy down from the sky. Let it shower into us, all to the cells, skin, the flesh, to the marrow of the bones. Let's do 2 more of these. Beautiful earth energy from the elements, from the environment, from the sky, the clouds, the sun, the cosmos, down through the emotional body, lighting up, luminous, alive, joyous. One more, rising up, looking up, bringing it down, enlivening the spirit, connecting to the source of all that is. Let it glow in and out. And then gently release. So let's get ready for the lying down part and get down as comfortably as you can. So I often say to people, bend down, get onto your hands and knees, and then very good idea to put a cushion underneath you, and if you get chilly, please put on a jacket or have a blanket handy or something for you at home. And the idea is that the back is laying on the ground from the hips all the way to the head. You can keep your feet on the ground and the knees up if you have lower back issues. You can bring your knees in together like they're leaning in and the feet out, or you can stretch your feet long, allow the feet to move, just allow them to flop away from each other. The hands and arms along beside you, hands beside the hips, palms facing up, and start to wriggle and feel like you're very comfortable and heavy on the ground. See if I can close the blinds. Yes, this will work. And I'll close the lights. And so just start to get that feeling, that beautiful descending quality, softening, melting into the ground. And I'll try and make it a little darker if I can. We still want to picture that beautiful glow inside the body. That lovely glowing light that we've been practicing with the whole of today. Connect to that light, feel the glow and feel the warmth of that glow inside you. And so I have some beautiful words for us to contemplate today. Soften everything down. Allow the warmth to penetrate, that golden glow to warm the body from the crown of the head to the tips of the toes, the tips of the fingers. And so for the last Radiance Wellbeing session, to end our journey, let's acknowledge that each and every one of us radiates a unique brilliance that is actually meant to illuminate the world. We often dim our light and we diminish the natural radiance of the universe as we do so. And if we dim our light, we deprive the people around us of our unique gifts and talents that we are here to share. And so stepping out of the wings and letting your light shine is actually a service to you and everyone around you. When we let ourselves be seen, we are all beings of light, and we are here to light the way for each other. When we let ourselves shine, we become a bright mirror that others can see their own reflected brilliance through. And they can't help but want to shine also. So, shine your light into the world. Bless those around you by sharing your gifts and watch the universe glow. Picture a divine golden light coming through the crown of your head and the darkness flowing out of the bottom of your feet to the earth. Picture your favorite flower blossoming in your heart center. Imagine each petal opening up one by one. You can almost smell the fragrance and imagine that vibrant color and texture filling you up as it blooms. Use your senses to smell and see and feel that beautiful blossom. And now picture a beautiful rose-colored crystal at the center of your flower. See the jewel radiating brilliant light from the core of the flower at your heart center. Feel the crystalline light and energy flowing out of your heart, creating a wide circle of radiance around you. Feel into the flow of that energy. Bathe in that beautiful luminescent light. Still smell the fragrance of the flower, see the color and the texture and that beautiful luminescent energy at the center of the flower from the crystal. Allow it to flow freely between your heart and the surrounding environment. Focus again on the jewel in the center of the flower inside your heart. Now think of a friend or a loved one who has a problem or an issue that is weighing them down. Picture them in front of you. Imagine that heavy negative energy as a dark, dense cloud that is leaving their body and moving towards you. Imagine that dark, dense cloud hovering in front of you. And now focus again on the jewel in the center of the flower inside your heart. Bring your attention to that light shining brightly from the gemstone. See the luminescence building intensity, getting stronger and stronger with each breath. Feel the powerful resonance of the jewel and the flower inside your heart. As the pure positive energy grows inside, you feel an uplifting and powerful force in your heart. It fills your entire body as though you were going to burst and overflow with pure joy and love and healing and light. And when you reach that point, allow that beautiful, strong, luminescent glow, that burst of energy, push the dark clouds away until they dissolve and disappear. And all that's left is pure golden light that surrounds you and your loved one. Bathe in that golden light. Feel the power of that love, that radiance, that luminescence, pushing away those dense thoughts, the dense clouds. All you see is love and light and radiance within you, within them, all around you. And now focus back into your heart. Feel the flower and the gem pulsating. Continue to radiate that golden light and then allow your loved one and yourself to bathe in that luminescence. The power of the radiance from the source of the earth, the source of the cosmos, lives within you and all around you. Feel completely open to love and light and joy. Relax your breath, relax your body, and release that visualization. Spend a few moments in silence. Gently, gently come back to the present moment, back to the breath, back to the body. Let's take any soft, gentle, nourishing movements that feel soothing, awakening, fingers and toes, feet and hands, wrists and ankles. Maybe the neck goes from side to side. You may want to do a full body stretch from the tips of the toes to the tips of the fingers. You may want to just shake your body a little bit as you're lying down. And I invite you to bring one knee in and the other knee into the chest, cross the ankles, put the palms on the knees, just gently rock side to side, just massaging out the back. Then put your right arm above your head with the palm facing up on the ground and roll to your right side with the cheek on the upper arm as a pillow. Oh my goodness. And just take a few integrating breaths here. This is always a beautiful position to be in any time of the day, very soothing, calming. And now gently use the hands to push yourself up just to a comfortable seat, whatever that might be. May take a little time today to just warm the hands and just rub the face, the head, the shoulders, wherever it feels comfortable. Just rub, doing soothing massage, just awakening the top of the skin, a little self-love, self-care, soothing, whatever, wherever the body parts may need it. Maybe the kidneys need a little rub down. That's always a good one. If ever you're depleted, you can take your hands and rub the back of your kidneys, rub your knees, give yourself a little beautiful soothing self-care. And let's meet with pulling down the heavens 3 times. So we bring our hands out to the side, rise up, shower that beautiful sky energy down through the body, down to the earth. So it's like a cycle. We draw from the earth, we draw from the sky, we bring it through the body and bring it back down to the earth. Let's do one more. Bring it down. Feel that light shining from above, shining within, shining all around, radiating joy, beauty, love, compassion. Let's do one more. Radiance within, radiance all around. As we become connected to the sky, to the earth, to the sun, to the cosmos. And let's bring palm on palm onto the heart center. We bow our head. And I invite you to say some word of thanks to yourself, to your body for showing up, for coming on this journey with me. Gratitude, thanks, maybe a prayer, whatever it might be, for having embarked on and completed this journey of radiance to glow from the inside out, rekindle that spark, allow it to grow inside and shine all around. The love, the light, the beauty and radiance in me sees and honors the love, the light, the beauty, the radiance in you. I thank you so much for coming on this journey with me. It's been such a privilege. And for today and for this series, we are now complete. My gratitude to you. Thank you. Thank you. And so, yeah, it has been a journey, very wonderful 6 weeks. And hopefully we get to continue this. There's a break next week, and on the 20th of October, we'll be starting qigong for vitality, looking at the different organs of the body and how to clear and cleanse, nourish and balance through the organs, through the meridians, and starting at 10 a.m. instead of 9:30. So that's a 5-week journey, and hoping to see you all there. Please feel free, as always, to come to me with any comments, feedback, questions. And I have spoken to Shelby, so she'll probably be sending an email, and would love to get feedback about what you found useful, valuable, how anything may have changed in your body, in your life, in these 6 weeks, that you would like to share with me. So those of you at home, expect an email, I hope, and happy for you to share or not share, but thank you so much. It's been wonderful.